this one, and it's the back page. Today, I will be giving a reading based on my grandmother's life and memoirs that I've been writing about her, and I will be talking about my trip with her to Cuba, where we traveled this summer. My grandmother is an amazing woman, and I have always looked up to her. She's been a big source of inspiration in my life, and I always knew growing up she had this amazing story. So I ended up starting this novella about her life. And the more that I've learned about her and the more that I've written about her, the more that I feel that that has been the story that's been in my heart for a long time, and the one that I feel like I have been meaning to share for I don't know how long, maybe my whole life. There's a lot of you in these slides, I'm sorry.
Oh.
It was important to travel to Cuba because that is my grandmother's homeland. So she spent 16 years of her life there before she came to the United States as a teenager. And it was always this place that existed in the back of my mind, and it was never something never a place I thought I would be able to go to. So going to Cuba was a way for my grandmother to bring her family with her and share this really important part of who she is with us. So going to Cuba was an integral part of me being able to experience the island and integrate that back into my writing and kind of infuse it with the things I learned there, the feelings, the scenery, things like that. I am nervous about sharing my work. I have only ever read a couple pages or so in front of people, so this will be a new experience for me as well. My little cousin had just said something odd and funny in a way that only a child can when a knock came at the door. I was still smiling as I went to answer it, and two tall American men stood in suits. One had ash-brown hair and a beard, and the other was blonde and clean-shaven. Their suits were a deep black and tailored to fit them well. The blonde man flashed a badge and said in broken Spanish, "Good morning, ma'am. Is Maria Alvarez here?" I started at the use of my new married name and stuttered that I was she. "You need to be on the next bus to the base at Guantanamo. Don't bring anything or anyone else. There will be a plane waiting there for you and the others," the brown-haired man said. "Your husband is a Marine, right? He's been fighting hard to get you out of here. You're a lucky lady," said the blonde man, and he smiled at me like I should believe him. "What's happening? Why do I have to leave?" I asked and stared. The United States had broken ties with Cuba, and war was coming. They tried to explain to me as best they could how much safer I would be when I left the country, but after the first sentence or two, I stopped listening. In a daze, I thanked them and closed the door while they were still talking. I found myself in the backyard underneath our mango tree. Before I went into my parlor to tell my little Prima that I had to go and rehearse what she needed to tell Mama and Papa when they returned, before I smoothed down my doll's hair for the last time, I closed my eyes to our old fruit tree and pressed the tips of my fingers into the soil. As I sat on the bus looking out over Cuba for what would be the last time in 20 years, I began braiding my hair to the side. I am excited to go into that auditorium with her and sit her down and just for her to see all these people that have come to hear about her and to hear about her life and just know that her legacy and who she is going to be able to live on through me.